Hi, my name is Kara Jean Robertson, and I'm currently a English major and sociology minor at Spring Hill College, located in Mobile, Alabama. Now, I would like to take a few minutes of your time on Uncommon Schools and explain to you my story of self and what has inspired me to want to become a teacher. I think one of the biggest aspects of my life that has inspired me to want to become a teacher was being born into the foster care system. Now, while I was adopted by a loving and caring family, when I reached my high school years, I was very interested in finding out what the system was doing for kids who were like myself in the foster care system. So I began to volunteer for the Children's Home Society of Orlando. Now, I met many children in the Children's Home Society and helped them along the way, and I believe that I acted as guidance and support for many of those children and showed them that, things can work out. I'm living proof that things can work out in life, no matter the inequality that you face. But one boy in particular that was a big inspiration to me, his name was Terrell Williams. And what was interesting about Terrell was that he was a special case because when I met him, he was 17, and we were trying to decide what to do about Terrell because he was about to age out of the system. And I remember going to multiple meetings explaining all of these obstacles Terrell has faced in his life and just hearing going from school to therapist, being in an environment surrounded by drugs, being in multiple foster homes, moving, more than once in his life. And although he was 17, he wasn't on track to graduate on time. And I just remember sitting in these meetings thinking, what can I do to help kids like Terrell? And I really, truly feel that if Terrell had an inspirational and teacher, that he would go on to get his education and go on to college and realize that education, as I realized in those meetings, is his ticket to success. With education, he can do anything. He can get a job. He can go on to make money and to help others. I think that he is the most influential student that has inspired me so far. Another aspect of my life that has inspired me was that I was raised in a low-income household. I remember some days coming home and there was no electricity in my house. And, we wouldn't be able to get into my house because my mom for some reason, didn't have a house key, and we only went in through our garage, and if there was no electricity, the garage wouldn't open, and we'd have to break into our own house to be able to get in. And I just remember sitting in my house after this had happened and thought to myself, I never want this to happen. And how can I make sure that this isn't going to happen? And I realized that it was by getting a college degree and going to school and being successful. And that's really a big inspiration in my life, where Terrell and my own family struggles and financial difficulties. As I entered college, however, another educational success, I would like to call it, is my sophomore year of college. I wanted to do something to spread awareness of social injustice and social inequality, etc. My school, which is very heavily influenced by social injustice, Spring Hill College, has a magazine called PAX. Now, PAX is the school's peace and social justice magazine, and I applied my sophomore year to become the editor. And I truly believe that by being the editor, it was all in my hands. It was my job to spread awareness, my job to talk to other people, to have their submissions, and I really have focused the magazine on education, because we collect, students' papers and their artwork, etc. And I really have tried my best to show these students how their works have influenced others and how what they are learning is gaining knowledge in their mind to spread social justice to others. I think those are the biggest instances in my life, Terrell, my own family, PAX, Spring Hill, that have led me to want to be a teacher. And I'm doing everything I can to continue that walk towards my path, my journey. I wanted to end with a quote from Maya Angelou that reads, "The thing to do, it seems to me, is to prepare yourself so you can be a rainbow in somebody else's cloud." And I think Uncommon Schools is that ticket to prepare me to be a rainbow in the students' clouds that I come across. Thank you so much.